What is up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the LG V40. So this is a must buy for 2020 if you're an LG fan. It's basically a souped up G7 here, which you will see. I'll do a comparison with these two later, but this is probably going to be the one most of you buy because of the specs on this guy and the price point. So you can pick this up for around $243 right now, renewed. So the links will be down below, and it's just an awesome pickup. I got this one for under $100 on eBay, so very good pickup. Now the hardware on here, you have a glass back and an aluminum frame. You also have IP68 dust and water resistant, so if you get this guy wet, it will not break instantly. You also have a triple camera setup, which we will get into later. Flash, fingerprint scanner on the back, little LG branding back here as well. On the bottom you have the speaker, the USB type C, and the headphone jack. On the sides you have the power button, and on the other side you have your Google Now button or Google Assist button and your volume rockers. Now when you turn this phone on, you're greeted by a POLED 6.4-inch display, 1440p, 537 for the PPI. This is a downright beautiful display. It gives off some excellent colors, nice and big. I mean, it's really nice, guys. This model is running Android 9, and you will be getting the Android 10 update, which again is awesome. It makes this phone, whoa. You also have an always on display, so you can just tap to wake, which I really love. You have the Snapdragon 845, the same as the G7, so you will be able to play pretty much all games on high. PUBG, Fortnite, Call of Duty. I will do a gaming test as well. You do have the Adreno 630, micro SD card support, 64 gigs of storage, and 6 gigs of RAM on here. So you actually get more RAM than the G7. The G7 base model is 4 gigs, so that is really awesome as well. Now another big difference is the triple camera setup. So you have a 12 megapixel standard, a 12 megapixel telephoto, and a 16 megapixel ultra wide. It shoots in 2160p, an 8 megapixel selfie camera on the front, and you also have a 5 megapixel wide selfie camera as well. So if you need to take wider shots, this phone does have that, which is awesome. You also have NFC on board, as well as a 3300 milliamp battery, wireless charging as well, 18-watt fast charging, so you can get to 50% in 36 minutes from zero, which is very nice. You also have that same boombox speaker on here as well. So same beautiful quality, you can actually feel the phone vibrating. Same speaker on the G7, just really good. Now I'm gonna make a separate gaming video like I said, but just to show you, gaming on this phone is going to be beautiful. As you can see, if I go to graphics, we go very high, frame rate, graphics quality very high, and this supports PUBG, Fortnite, all that stuff. So it's the same experience as the G7. It's just on a bigger and, in my opinion, a better display, since the colors and everything look so much better. But like I said, whether you like OLED or IPS is really up to you. But gaming on here is fine. Like I said, the advantage of this one is just the overall bigger display here. Alright, so let's go ahead and go through the skin here. So I know a lot of people don't like LG skin, but I'm actually a fan of it. I like the way it looks and feels, and you can customize the home screen a little bit to make it work how you feel. You have also the edge floating bar over here, so you can put applications and stuff. It's sort of like the Samsung Edge. You got Google Now on here, which I absolutely love. I prefer it over Bixby or anything else, and the UI has been pretty smooth, and I really like it. Some people don't. Toggles, capture, we have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi calling, DTX, surround sound, we have the hi-fi quad DAC on here, flashlight, battery saver, screen recording, comfort view, do not disturb, screen sharing, and file sharing. And let's hop into settings. So I'm not going to go over everything because this has a whole bunch of stuff in it, but you pretty much have everything you need in here. Android Beam, LG AirDrive, to have that on here, your printing, your mirror link on here, VPN, private DNS. Let's see what else. And then we have our customization options, our home screen and wallpaper if you want to customize and add themes to our device. We do have the always on display option, as well as the new second screen. We can mess with the navigation buttons, change the color. We can also, do gestures if we would like to. Display size, we can change the resolution. We're currently on 1440p, HDR video effect, comfort view, brightness. Let's see what else we have. We have swipe the home touch buttons left or right to shrink the screen. So we have that. Lock screen security. We have face unlock on here as well. Battery storage. Pretty much all the random stuff. Smart cleaning on here. We have your gaming settings on here. We also have our system update restart. So a lot of people don't like the layout of these settings, but honestly I just go to the bar and search stuff if it's hard to find. But a lot of people don't like LG's settings layout, so I completely understand, but I'm a big fan of it. I actually like it. Alright, so let's talk about the photo quality, and it was pretty much on par with the G7. As you can see from these stills, it really reminded me of the G7, just with a telephoto lens on it. So if you're super into cameras and you take a lot of selfies, you're gonna want that front facing wide angle lens as well. It'll give you wider shots. I don't take a lot of selfies, and the video on here is respectable as well. It's some pretty decent video too. So overall, the cameras on here are really great as well. Alright, to pretty much sum it up, I just think this is a really good buy for 2020. So if you're looking for a LG phone, or just any phone in particular, you're just looking for a new phone, this thing pretty much does it all. It's feature packed. It has everything you could really want in a phone. So what do you guys think? Let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next one.